course, like, let's go over Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, he has been fine in the main roster. He's been there since he's debuted. Had the bare minimum of days off, other than I think he suffered an arm injury, and he came off with just a new tattoo and less fat. He's still fat, still looks droopy, oozes no charisma. The guy can talk intelligently. I can't say that he can't make a personal storyline. He does have this intensity about him. The only problem is he doesn't have much of a physique. Now, every time, like, over this anti-smart community, I'm not even part of that shit. I don't want to represent myself on that type of crap, because I have my own views and opinion. I don't have to put myself in a specific either niche or already a niche. That's dumb. And second, you need to look the part. Like, you're going to something that's going to profit off video games, action figures, something that's going to make you look more intimidating for a child to buy you, other than the regular wrestling fan that already knows the product and know who you are, even before WWE. So the essence of a regular kid picking you up out of something like a Star Wars figure, or MCU figure, or Power Rangers figure, because people already know that, like, children already knows that they're going to pick up something that looks like it can kick ass. They'll pick up a The Rock figure. They'll pick up Triple H because that looks like a guy that can manhandle somebody. They're not going to pick up a fat dude with a massive beer belly with shit tattoos that he probably got around the mid-2000s and powerbombing somebody and doing a stunner looking like a backyard wrestler. Kevin Owens got no look, bro. He looks like a garage-fed wrestler, and over to the extent that the guy can give a good match. I'm not giving away that he can't give a good match. I've seen him, I've reviewed them, and I've given to great detail. Kevin Owens can make a match look good, always look personal, always look painful, always sells, and gets the guy over whenever he can. He won every championship there is to win in the company, so you can't say that he hasn't gotten undervalued. And he's still pushed over with his own interview show. Don't even know why they give him that, even though he doesn't have a character for it, even though the segments don't go too well, and he doesn't get himself over. And he never gets himself over with his own promos, other than back in 2015. And got carried around Chris Jericho with his own gimmick, and even got overshadowed with Chris Jericho's gimmick while being Universal Champion. He even sucked as a world champion, to the extent of, like, the bare minimum of ratings going below 2 million at the point over the brand split when Kevin Owens won. I think it was a 4-way or a 5-way when the Universal title was vacant after Finn Balor won it. And Triple H helped him win. That would push to Rollins getting into a feud with Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens feuding with Rollins and Roman for a majority of the year before getting jobbed out by Goldberg. He's a perennial upper mid-carder. And he's pretty much stayed like that for a majority of his career after winning the world title. Sure, he got into decent programs with Kofi Kingston. That went nowhere. Kevin Owens kind of looked better at it anyway as a heel, even though the heel term was obvious. Or his feuds with Sami Zayn that are mad overrated. Yeah, they have the same style of match. They never changed the style of match. All you guys remember was a botched spot over to the apron where Sami Zayn broke his goddamn shoulder. It's always like the same type of spots that you've seen done, like Katope Kanhalo. Like, they'll do a power bomb. Kevin Owens will hit a power bomb off the apron or a table. There's super kicks galore, and they no-sell for a majority, and neither one of them wins. It's always the same format of match, and people just say it's the greatest match ever. So how come nobody remembers it? I just hooked up what you guys see for probably the same style of match every time they wrestle. It is not special. They cannot be having the same selected storyline, and people compare Owen Zayn to, like, Shawn Michaels Triple H, Hogan versus Macho Man. They can't be saying that. He barely gets over at his own hometown. That's sad. Only the hardcore fans are going to get him over. Kevin Owens doesn't have the look that makes him feel like a casual audience wants to see. A fat, whiny dude that has a promo style of whining like a little bitch all because his life is not going the way it is. That's literally a majority of his promo. Even as a babyface, whenever he acts, trying to act like an aggressive badass, being like Kevin Owens Austin, coming around, nah. I mean, the instrumental is cool. I'm not gonna lie. I will listen to it. It's a decent bop. I'm not gonna lie, but it doesn't mean it's good. Like, come on. Whenever you come up, it's like, psst, oh my god, Steve Austin, that guy looks like he can beat my ass in a bar. I don't want to see him in the street. You see Kevin Owens, I just don't want to face this guy in a hot dog contest. This bastard will beat me in a split second before I get one glizzy in my hand. So I'm obviously not going to take this. So that's a majority of Kevin Owens. His shit over on social media, the guy I've heard over backstage and from fans himself that he's an introvert, fat loser that always sits and eats by himself. He doesn't look greetable, especially over at house shows, and he can get you an occasional good match once in a while. And he's not that bad of a promo. Other than that, I just wish he had a better, more intimidating look. Probably change his attire or try to gain some muscle, like at least some muscle over the shoulders and arms to make him look like, oh, I don't want to see this guy up in the street. That's what I'm asking. And it's not that hard. I'm not saying that this guy completely sucks because he's fat. I'm not saying that this guy should die. I'm saying that this guy has some stuff to work with. If he ever wished, and possibly he did, wish of being a higher echelon star than just dependable upper mid Carter, and that goes for a majority of the roster. I did the same shit for Andrade. I'm doing the same shit for Kevin Owens because I actually want some people in this business to succeed. So I actually have something to watch over Monday to Friday nights. That's it from me. Thanks for watching.